Good morning and welcome to another video. So we are 13 days out, guys. So I'm officially in that like really tough digging phase of this prep. And I know I've been kind of slacking recently with the videos. I haven't really uploaded in about 2 or 3 weeks. But for the next 2 weeks, I'm gonna actually really try to bring up my upload and just really show y'all all the changes and everything I'm gonna be doing to try to make this prep as efficient as possible and just get to as lean as I physically can for this prep. So today was actually my first ever 1 hour on the Stairmaster, and I burned 800 calories as you saw in the clip prior. And that was like a 50% intensity. I just kept like relatively easy just because it's fasted cardio and I don't want to get catabolic. And during that time frame, I was drinking some BCAAs, which is branched chain amino acids, just to help with not really with energy, just because there's no actual caffeine or anything in it, but it's just to maintain all the muscle that I've built, because I am fasted and I have nothing in my system because I haven't ate since about 10:30 last night. So this will just help with me burning the branched chain amino acids rather than burning the muscle for energy. And the reason why I'm switching to fasted cardio is because my coach wants me to try and utilize as much body fat as I can for the cardio sessions, and also because this way I can actually bring up the intensity of the cardio session just a slight bit, just because whenever I do the cardio post-workout like I have in the previous weeks, I'm already so fatigued and so tired from not having any food in my system, from actually working out and burning all the calories that I've ate in the prior time frame. So when I get to the cardio portion of it, I am absolutely dead. I'm drenched, like I can barely get any cardio in. So this way, I just finished up my cardio. It's 8:30 right now in the morning. So I'm gonna go home, get some breakfast, and I'm absolutely starving. So let's go and see what I'm about to eat. All right, guys, so for breakfast, I'm gonna be having 350 grams of egg whites, and then I'm also gonna be eating a couple of pieces of celery, just because the egg whites are probably not gonna fill me up all the way. So the celery is like super low calorie and it's just gonna help actually make me feel full. And then a glass of water. So I'm gonna eat this breakfast up real quick, and then I'm gonna actually explain exactly what the new protocol is for the next 13 or so days and explain exactly why I'm gonna be doing that. So I'm gonna eat this up real quick. All right, guys, so it's 11:30 now, and I just wanted to explain exactly what the new dieting protocol is for the next 2 weeks. So essentially at this point in the diet, the only thing I'm gonna be able to consume is gonna be the egg whites, cod, and vegetables. So that's right, 0 carb. I'm gonna be having 0 carb, and the only time I'm allowed to have it is whenever my coach decides it's time for a refeed. And the reasoning behind this is because we wanna actually push my body to no longer use carbohydrates as energy, and rather use the fats that I have stored and the fats that I'm consuming from the actual fish itself, and utilize that as my energy source. So that way I can try to burn off that last percentage of body fat off of my body, so then I can look as lean and shredded as I possibly can. Now, the reason why we will have refeeds later on is because whenever you do cut out all of your carbohydrates, you will look relatively flat, which means that your muscles aren't very full. You don't look thick, you don't look pumped up, your vascularity is gonna go down. So I will have to just realize that I'm gonna look a little bit smaller and just understand I gotta trust the process. But whenever we do have a refeed, which is probably gonna be on Friday, all the carbohydrates are gonna be going straight into my muscles because they've been so depleted for so long that I'm gonna actually fill out a lot better and look a lot fuller, and my skin will look way tighter. So basically this way I'm gonna just force myself to use the fat that I have left, that I've stored, get that 1 to 2% off, and just step on stage in 13 days looking absolutely shredded. So I do have work today at 1 o'clock, so I'm gonna go hang out, just probably edit the videos that I have already from earlier, and then I'll see y'all after work, because I don't feel like vlogging at work because it's kind of weird whenever there's customers there. So I'm gonna catch y'all whenever I actually go work out. Update, so it's 5:30 now. I'm right outside of Alpha Elite Gym, and I'm about to go hit a shoulder and leg workout. Now, before I go in there and start actually working out, I just want to explain exactly what the protocol is for me to actually lift and the way I actually set up my routine. So for the next 2 weeks, because my actual macronutrients are so low, I'm already like struggling a lot with just energy in general, just because when you bring your food down to such a low amount, you're essentially just putting yourself just at the very minimum just for like survival, and it's like you don't die, right? But you want to like, you're basically starving yourself like a lot, right? And your energy is so low, so you don't have as much nutrients and actual like food to drive you to go lift and go hard and heavy in the gym. And you can't really build muscle, especially this deep into prep. So it's mainly just a maintenance lift, right? So the way I'm training now is for maintenance. It's to make sure that I actually stimulate the muscles and make sure that I maintain them and keep them for the rest of the actual prep, so I can actually step on stage with as much muscle as possible. So instead of actually going in and trying to annihilate the muscles and go as hard as I can and just absolutely just rip them to shreds, I'm going to be going in and just making sure that I actually activate the muscle correctly, and then also put them under a good amount of stress just to make sure that my body is still understanding that, hey, we need this muscle. Don't break it down. Don't use it as energy. So by stimulating and actually using the muscles to a certain extent, about like 75 to maybe max 80%, then your body's gonna understand, okay, we need this muscle. He's utilizing it. He's using the muscle. So let's look for another source of energy to actually help drive him through that process, right? The actual training period, which in that case, that's when they end up using the body fat, because I'm not having any carbohydrates to actually drive my body. So I'm gonna go in right now. I'm probably gonna buy like a 3D or something, because I'm not gonna lie, I was stupid slumped all day at work. Like, it was so hard to like just stay awake and like deal with customers, because one, it's my first time waking up at like 6:30 in the morning to actually do cardio. And like, it was cool and all, like I actually kind of like it just because like I got it over with. And usually I would hate coming to work out just because I knew I had to lift, and then right after I did a whole other like 45 minutes or an hour of cardio, and it just like took such a big like chunk of my day. And it's like later on in that afternoon, I just want to go home and chill, you know, like I just got done with work. Like, yeah, I want to lift, but like my like drive to lift is not really there because I don't have the energy and everything to do it. So getting that out of the way, I kind of liked, and I think I'm gonna actually enjoy keeping the cardio like fasted and early in the morning just to get it over with. So yeah, I'm just probably gonna buy a 3D or something, help like get me through this exercise. So yeah, let's go get this semi-juicy pump in. Alright guys, so I just finished my leg and shoulder workout at Alphalete, and I'm not gonna lie, it was probably one of my most horrific workouts ever. Not like horrific in like a good way, but like in a bad way. I just could not get a pump. I don't know why. The entire time I just felt like cold, which like it's normal whenever you're in prep, because you're actually like, when you have a lower body fat percentage, you do tend to like get colder faster. And I just ended up, I don't know, I had the AC on and I was just freezing. I couldn't get a pump and I was struggling. And in the clip you saw, like, yeah, I looked good, I looked lean, but I just looked so flat. I wasn't really looking vascular. I was trying to like show off some type of vascularity, but I couldn't, just because I have no carbs in my system. I'm just looking so dead. But hopefully, you know, now whenever I get the refeed on Friday, I finally fill out and I'll just look 100 times better, get a better workout in. But as of now, I'm gonna go home, get a post-workout meal. It's gonna be the same thing, just cod and corn, because that's what I prepped. But let's go home, get a post-workout meal. All right, guys, so it's actually the next morning, and I just finished doing my cardio, and I did hit that 1 hour fasted, and I got 800 calories burned. And this morning I hit an amazing new low weigh-in at 6 in the morning, and it was 176.6 pounds. And that's the lowest weigh-in of prep. And usually the other times I would weigh myself previously, I was getting stuck around like 178, 179. And that was around like 9:30 in the morning. So this was 3 hours earlier. And I was about like 2-3 pounds lower than my usual weigh-in. So the fasted cardio is really helping, especially with this no carb. And it's amazing, because I was just so irritated and stressed out that my weight hadn't dropped in about a couple of days. And even though I know it's normal and you have to understand that you're not going to always hit a new low weigh-in every day, it was just nice to finally get that kind of like mental like buffer, like, hey, don't worry, you know, you're going to be fine. Just keep going, trust the process, right? But last night, whenever I got home, I was just so gassed and I was so tired after the workout that all I wanted to do was just eat, shower, and I just laid in my bed for about an hour and passed out. So I didn't end up recording an outro, so I'm just doing this right now. And I just want to really thank y'all for watching the video. Hope y'all enjoyed it. And I'm really going to start bringing up my uploads, try to give y'all as much content as I possibly can before the end of this, you know, prep, because I've been really slacking recently. So thank y'all so much for watching. And if you have not already, like the video, subscribe, because you've obviously enjoyed it enough to watch it till this point. So yeah, I hope y'all have an amazing day, and I'll see y'all in the next video.